everybody, today I'm bringing you a layout with 3 photos of my grandson, and he is, quote, driving a boat. So I'm starting out with that striped paper there from Simple Stories Good Day Sunshine. It's from the 12 by 12 paper pad. And I decided I really loved that paper, but I needed to mute it down a little bit. I think it's bright and fun and happy, kind of like he is. And I love how the green stripe in that really matches the green of his shirt. So I'm kind of playing around with what can I do, what kind of paper can I use to make this work. And I really, in the end, really liked how this star paper looked with the turquoise in the stripe paper, even though they're from 2 different manufacturers. And I'm kind of playing around here, and what I did there then is I cut a strip there that's about 5.5 inches. It's not quite 6, because otherwise that would, it doesn't look quite right if you're bisecting a layout in half, so you want one side to be a little bit more than the other, or most of the times it doesn't. That's tricky to do and make it look good, just so that you know. So if you see that, kudos to that designer, because that's a hard thing to do. So anyway, I decided on that star paper from Bella Boulevard, Oh My Stars. It's the Gulf Stars paper there, or the Gulf, yes, Gulf Stars it's called. All right, so then I just laid down these photos, and I'm overlapping the square photo. I cut that down from a 4x6 photo, overlapping that with the other 2 photos there. And then I have this little journaling block, and that is from Elle's Studio. It's from one of the monthly kits, and it's probably May or June, but I'm not positive about that. I had taken the kits apart, and that was just sitting in the little basket that I keep those in. But I do know it came from one of the kits. I just don't remember which. So no matter what, the kit's sold out, so you can't get it anymore. But that's where it's from. And I like, again, how that really picks up the green in my grandson's shirt there, and it really pulls the green from the striped paper as well, which is really nice. All right, so I had found this acrylic from Elle's Studio that says Collecting Moments, and you can just get those on their website. And I thought I really would like to put that on here. I think it's just one of those things that someday he's going to look back and see these photos and really like this particular moment, hopefully even remember a little bit about it. He's 4 here. And maybe it'll remind him of this moment. But that's what we do as scrapbookers, right? Is we collect moments and we preserve them. So I just hope, you know, that was kind of the message that I wanted to get across with that particular piece there. And then I also like the fact that it is dimensional, because right now everything is so flat. Now, one of the things that I didn't do on this layout that I often do while I'm getting my title, or the main part of my title, ready to go, is a lot of times when I do this where I put 2 papers together like that, I'll put some washi tape or another paper or something in the join of the at the join of the 2 papers. I did not do that with this, so kind of a little bit of a rarity. Now you can't see very much of it, of the join, so I think that's one of the reasons that I was okay with how it looked. So right now I'm working with this yellow puffy alphabet from Pink Fresh Studio. It's from the Life Noted collection, and it's the puffy alpha stickers. I love this yellow. I'll be sad when it's done. So I'm going to make this layout with 2 different fonts here. And one of the things that I'm going to do is drivers, of course, would have an apostrophe in it because it belongs to the driver, and I didn't put it in at first. So I'm going to make an apostrophe, and that's going to take me a little bit to do it. That doesn't go quite as easily or as well as I would have hoped that it would. So like I said, I'm struggling a little bit here to get this done. Fortunately for you, it's fast forwarded versus having to watch me do that in real time. And then because I kind of have the alphabet, the first one I made didn't work, so that's kind of what I'm referring to. So I needed to go back and grab my Z again and take a look at it. And what I'm doing is, to get it cut right, I'm kind of referring to the secondary alpha that I have sitting by the side that I'm thinking I might use, because it has an apostrophe on it. Hey, when all else fails, use what you can, right? So now I'll put that out there, and I have the sizing done. I know I'm going to make the S and the T about even, so I'm good with that, even if the S comes out a little bit right now. And now I am looking at a a set of alphabet stickers from Jelly Bean Soup. It's the Alpha Bean in Roma Red, and I'm going to use those to spell out in the, so that the full title of this layout is in the driver's seat. All right, so I'm getting that on there, and I'm using my wax paper to help do that. That's one of the nice places. I know they make those new Thickers rulers, which are pretty incredible, and I'm toying with getting a set of those. But when you have a multi-font title or many lines like this, it's not easy to do that with those. So this way I can kind of lay it out on the actual layout and get my fonts right there. And I'm just using, oftentimes you see me do this, where I just use the bottom of the paper to line up the title or whatever words I have there to line up. And I almost have that done. And I just like the combination of these two fonts. The driver's seat is the main part of the idea of that title, so that's why that yellow is so nice, because it's nice and bright and big. I had toyed with using a green alphabet when I was going through my supplies before I started this, though, because I did decide on these before I turn the camera on. I do that sometimes I don't. But I didn't like any of the greens I had. They didn't pop off the blue, the turquoisey blue as much, and I really wanted something to pop off that turquoise color. So that's why you're seeing this like this. And I'm almost done. I love his grin in that bottom picture. It just says everything about how happy he was. This young man is so fearless. He is so happy to try new things. I love that his parents parent him that way, where they put a value on trying new things or things that you might be afraid of. That's the other things, is that he'll sometimes say, I'm a little bit afraid to do this, or I'm afraid, but I'm going to do this, which I think is so awesome that he recognizes at this age that sometimes we are afraid, but it's still okay to do things that we're afraid of. How cool is that going to be for him to go into his adulthood thinking like that? So kudos to my stepson and his wife. They're raising two incredible boys. I'm a little bit prejudiced because I'm their grandmother, but still, they are doing a really nice job with the boys. All right, so now I just need to get the rest of this down. Sorry, because putting alphabets down are a little bit like putting them down is like watching paint dry. How about that? You watching me putting them down is like paint dry. Watching me. Oh, anyway, you know what I mean. I don't know what the problem is. It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon at my time as I'm narrating this, and I haven't had any wine, so I can't put it to that. Although I did have a really nice acupuncture treatment and a little massage earlier this afternoon, so that's what the problem is. All right, now I am looking for some stickers or chipboard or something to add to this layout, and I like that camera. That chipboard camera came from the Simple Stories Summer Days chipboard stickers collection, and so I'm going to put that up there in that space at the top of this photograph. There's a lot of space up there that means nothing. It's basically kind of the top of the boat, and the reason that they're doing that is he's lifting him up to kind of look out the front of the boat. So that's not very exciting. And now I'm looking for something kind of to put behind that, and I find this little tab, and that green tab is from the Simple Stories Sunny Days collection again, and it's the bits and pieces from that collection. And I like that because there's 3 spaces of white, or in this case it's kind of creamy, but white with the collecting moments, the white on the journaling card and the white words there, and then that white spot up on the tab there, kind of our triangle of 3. Not that you would really notice that in your head, but they are. And I'm going to continue to look to see what else I can find here to work on the layout. I'm thinking I want a third element up here, but not to spoil the surprise, but I don't find one. I end up just staying with the 2 pieces there. I think the problem is if those kind of little journaling, blank journaling blocks were larger, it would have worked, but because they weren't, it didn't work. All right, now I find this tab and it says vacation on it, and that is from the October Afternoon Daily Flash double take stickers, and it's the summertime collection. Oh, I miss October Afternoon, as I'm sure lots of you do too. I think this collection is 2 years old. It's too bad they couldn't figure out how to make it work, because they just did fabulous scrapbook collections. It's one of those, if you talk about who you miss, I miss them, and I miss Sassafras for sure. Those are 2 biggies for me. All right, so now I'm just going to, now I could use my quick dry adhesive here, but since my ATG is handy, I'm just going to put it on the places you can't see, and then I'll use my fingers to kind of make sure that the adhesive is only on the solid part, not in the openings of the letters. And that'll stick nicely. All right. We have that done. Now I'm missing some more color, and I think the color I'm really missing here is red. It's appearing in the title there, but it's not appearing much anywhere else. So I'm kind of toying with what I want to do. I was thinking about using some yellow and some turquoise as well, but when I get the red down, and those are Doodlebug sprinkles in Ladybug, I really like it, and just decide that I'm just going to use the red and nothing else. So I'm just playing here with where I should put these. And I find 3 spots here to put them in. And that's just a nice little touch. And again, there's a triangle of embellishments to kind of lead your eye through the layout too. All right, I am just about done. So there will be, I just have a little bit of journaling here to do with the date and then also my journaling. So there will be a still shot and a couple of detail shots. If I cannot talk today, a couple of detail shots at the end of the layout. Hope you are all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye!